it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to use some products I recently picked up at the drugstore. I went to Ulta, but these are all drugstore products and they kind of called to me. I will be using some non-drugstore items in this look, but all of the new things are drugstore priced. And I am really somehow strangely pulled into and curious about more drugstore. I keep saying I want to learn more about the drugstore, because it's got a lot of expensive high-end stuff. And I think there's some really good drugstore things. So some are recommendations from other beauty gurus, and some are things I just kind of stumbled on myself. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Hear that? That's my washer. I'm doing laundry. I'm trying to multitask. So thank you for putting up with it. It should stop soon. All right, so the one thing I'm gonna do is I already have like all my sunscreen and everything on. I'm just gonna lightly use, this is not a new product, so this is not a drugstore item, but the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish. I really find that this product is great at just kind of neutralizing some of the darkness that I deal with right here, right under the eye. I am again going to try the Conceal and Hydrate from Makeup Revolution. I tried this the other day and I liked it. I liked the way it made my skin look, but I thought I'd try it today with the Magic Vanish under the eyes from Charlotte Tilbury, just to see if we can make it get a little bit farther. But I thought that the color that I had picked was a good color for me. This is the shade C3. And I think I'm just gonna use this as like everything today. I did this last time. I liked the way it looked and I felt like it blended nicely. So we're just gonna cover up some spots that need a little attention. My nose gets a little red. Kind of looks like foundation, but it's not as much as it looks like. And I'm just gonna use a brush and kind of see if I can get it to all come together here. I feel like that's actually really nice. I am really excited about this next product. This is something I've heard Tati Westbrook rave about for a long time, and I can never find it. Couldn't find it at my Walmart, couldn't find it at my Walgreens, couldn't find it at Rite Aid. I don't have a CVS. Ulta doesn't carry the full line of CoverGirl. So I can never get my hands on this. I even looked on it for it once on Amazon when I was placing an order, and I was like, why don't you? It's like, there are some people who had it in stock and were selling it for like 30 bucks. I was like, no. But this here is the Advanced Radiance Powder, and it's in the shade 110 Creamy Natural. So this is the lightest shade I could find. I think this might work really well. And I'm gonna use it with this today. This is a recommendation from Emily Noel. I just saw her February favorites and this was in there and I was like, oh yes, hello. So this is their number 227 and it's called their Light Layer Powder. And the way they describe it is kind of like, it's a little more than a duo fiber. It's not 2 lengths, it's 3 lengths of synthetic hair kind of all coming together. So you have really light wispy here and then a little bit more full, and if you need like a little bit more heft, they do bend, they look very wispy. I want to use it today for powder as well as bronzer. This is possibly the smallest mirror I've ever seen. All right, so I'm gonna, ooh, yeah, looks nice. This powder, I remember hearing Tati mention that she was at the photo shoot for her Textured Neutrals eyeshadow palette and she asked her makeup artist to set her under eye with this. And I was like, when you're telling your makeup artist you want a drugstore powder under the eyes, that says a lot. I feel like it's a pretty good match. I wonder how it's going to work over a different concealer, because I'll tell you, I do like this concealer, but I don't know that it's best for me under the eyes, but I do like the look of this powder. Part of me also wonders, I've never really been one to grab powder like this, but let's try. Hello, this is amazing. I love this. It looks really great on the face. I feel like I'm getting not only even a little bit more coverage, but I feel like it doesn't make me look dry anywhere. And I definitely have some dryness going on here. Last couple of days, I've been kind of doing everything I can to get rid of a pimple. I was gonna call it my little friend. No, not a friend. It's an invader from another planet, my pimple. And so this area, and I don't know if you do the same thing I do. I use some exfoliating acids. I cover it up with a blemish patch. I do all sorts of things. I try not to be too rough on the skin, and it is finally going down, but I could tell that it's a little dry and flaky here. And what's nice is this powder doesn't seem to be catching onto it, so I'm impressed. And I do like the way that this applies powder, but let's put some bronzer on, see what it's like for bronzer. I think I'm just gonna use what's like right in front of me. If you're curious, it's the Cover FX Face Perfector Palette in Light, but the bronzer in here has been a favorite of mine. And I do really love brushes that don't too aggressively apply cheek products, because I tend to go ham in that direction anyway. Like I am the clown cheeks person. I could signal somebody from space with my highlight. And sometimes I look like I have dirt on my face because of my bronzer. I know that. That's just me and cheek products. I love them oh so much, and I always over apply. So I'm always looking for a product like this that's really going to help. Now, this may not be your ideal shape for a bronzer. Some people like a larger brush, more oval shaped brush. I think this is great. And the problem I have is if I use a slightly more pigmented bronzer and then I try and get it up here towards my hairline, it looks like I just smudge. It's not pretty. So something like this that has really light and fluffy. Oh, I love the look of this. It looks so natural. I'm just gonna use it for blush too because I'm right here. My favorite blush brush recently has been my blush brush from e.l.f., like the $3 one. And I know that, you know, if I go back and forth between too many products with the same brush, pretty soon it's gonna need to be washed sooner than later. And that's okay. It's a good thing for me to wash my brushes more frequently, but if it becomes like a favorite, I might need another highlighter. It's a really soft application. I really like this. They do have, as I continue to do my face with just this one brush, they do happen to have other products that we know where the brushes look like this, the bristles are the same color. The Real Techniques, I don't know if it's like a fairly new release, but I'll tell you, I looked at all of them and I thought either I have brushes like that at home or they didn't call to me. This one, brushes like this always call to me. So I really like it. I've never been one for like brush reviews. I have a few favorite brushes that I use all the time, but I like this one a lot. And I've used it for every powder product on my face and I like it a lot. Oh, highlight here. So I'm gonna try a new product in my brows today. This is the Almay Brow Stylist. I got this at Walmart for under $7. I think it was like maybe $6-ish. This is a product that was a recommendation from Emily Noel, and I wanted to try it because she said she had been using the L'Oreal Boost and Set, which I really like and I think is a good product. It's a little finicky because too much product comes out on the brush, but I make it work because I like it. But she mentioned how you get so much more product in this than you do in this, and this still has like a little tiny wand. And I was like, oh yes, let's try it out. So in the Boost and Set, and if you're one who likes numbers, I can't tell you how it works yet because I don't have it in my brows, but you're getting, what is it? The sticker on the bottom here is so teeny tiny. My eyes are so old. I can't read what it says for the L'Oreal Boost and Set, but I looked up on Ulta's website. Ulta's website lists this as having 0.049 fluid ounces. This here I can read, and it says this has 0.29 fluid ounces. And if you're thinking milliliters, I like to think milliliters sometimes because it just is a little bit easier. This is 1.44 milliliters to 8 milliliters. So you get a lot more product here. I think I'm gonna need a pencil first, so I'm gonna pencil my brows, and we're gonna come back and put in some of this brow stuff in. It looks like the brush itself looks a little purple. I wonder if there's much product on here. I guess we're gonna find out. Ooh, wow, there's a lot. More than I thought. I am, by the way, I have the shade here medium brown. I almost got the dark brown. I was like, maybe that's not for me. I don't think so. I like that I don't feel like I need to clean the wand off. Like after pulling it out of the tube, I can feel like I can go straight to my, but you'll notice I didn't dip in a second time. I have a couple of spots over here. You can see right here. My little sprouts are a little oversaturated, but I'm gonna let that dry. I just got it in my hair. Do you ever do that? Like with mascara or brow products? I do that all the time. But it does have a nice tint to it. Getting close to Groucho Marx territory, so I'm gonna call it good. As you can see, I do have a little extra chunk like right in here, so I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll go through it with a spoolie to see if I can comb some of that out. I think I'm gonna like it a little bit better when it dries out just a hair. I feel like it's just a little still too wet, but I'm gonna give it a couple weeks and see what we think. I think it did a pretty good job. They don't feel like they're hairspray. They haven't completely dried, but I feel like it wasn't hard just with a little clean spoolie to kind of get some of the extra little clumps on the ends of the hairs right here in the front. That worried me a little bit, but all right. Before I get any farther, I am going to take a minute to give my face a spray. I picked up a new spray today, and it's this. It's the Morphe Luminous setting spray, and the idea is that it has glycerin, it has hydrating products in it, but it will also set your face, and that's what I want. I have been walking that line of products that set my face and leave me feeling dry, or that are very hydrating but don't set my makeup, and I need something that's going to do both. So I was hoping this would do it, and you know what I like about this is I feel like, maybe I shouldn't talk this in. I felt like there are some sprays that I have where it's like, I don't feel like I have any of that really going on. It's a little stronger than the ColourPop Hyaluronic Acid, their Pretty Fresh one, and it's a little bit stronger than the Glow Recipe Watermelon Ultrafine Setting Mist, which I love. It's not really a setting mist, it's a facial mist. I love that facial mist with my whole heart. But I feel like this is nice. I feel like the spray on it is nice. I do have a couple of, and I don't know if it's just because it just started, like a little larger size drop there. And I think the rest of it was a really fine spray. I'll have to let you know. If you're curious what this eye look is, come back on Thursday. I'll have a video just for this eye look using a brand new palette. And I'm not going to say any more. I'll tell you about it on Thursday, but okay. So I picked up a lip liner. I don't do a lot of lip liner, but I realize the older I get, the more my lips need a little help to make sure the lipstick stays where I used to never lip line at all. But this is from Revolution, Makeup Revolution, and this is their Satin Kiss liner in the shade Vampire. So it's a kind of a, well, you'll see. I've been trying to find lip liners for some of my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, and this looked like it would be a good match for one of my favorites. That's a look for sure. I'm going to throw on, this is the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Myth. This is like my favorite shade out of all of her most recent releases. And look how perfect a match that is. Beautiful. I'm going to throw on a little bit of a lighter color. This is Velvet Beauty. Just kind of here in the center. If you're curious, this is the lip liner in Vampire, and this is the lipstick in Velvet Myth. I love this kind of deepened, kind of cranberry or mulberry shade. I think it's really beautiful, and I feel like it's a really good match. I'll tell you, it was $6. I was like, that's the price I want, and it also, it goes on beautifully. I don't feel like it's tugging, it's not dry. It is not a retractable pencil, so I will have to sharpen it, but my other favorite that is a pencil that I have to sharpen is my Charlotte Tilbury, and this I'm sure is like $24, $26. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but this was $6. I like the price. Let me tell you what I think was pretty amazing. This, oh my goodness, so good. It looks good under the eyes. It looks good right in through here. And also, I told you earlier that I had a little bit of flaking going on here because I had I was a little aggressively trying to treat a pimple I'm trying to like, goodbye, out of my life. And the skin's a little bit dry, a little bit flaky, but I don't want to try and exfoliate anymore lest I aggravate it. But it doesn't make it look dry or flaky here, and I do like that a lot. I do feel like this Revolution Conceal and Hydrate is not as hydrating as I would like it to be, but I feel like it works great everywhere except for under my eyes. So if you were looking for something that's going to take care of, and if you do what I do, you see, I don't really use a lot of foundation. I used concealer and then I spread it out where I need it. I, hit my blemishes, my under eyes, my hyperpigmentation spots, corners of my nose where it's red, and then I'll take a brush like this or a damp beauty sponge and just kind of pounce in what's left everywhere else and take it out really thinly. And this match C3 is a great match for me. So this is great. This is great, but it's not my favorite under the eyes. This surprised me, this Almay Brow Styler. I feel like it's a little wet right now, but I love this teeny tiny brush. I feel like as I take it out, I can hear it. Can you hear that? Cleans off the brush applicator itself. It doesn't happen with this because you just pull it out and it's just like, I've got a lot here and there's going to be a ton of product up in your brows. And I don't have like the fluffiest brows. I feel like I have some pretty good brow hair in the first inch, and then from the arch out, it's like 4 little hairs. So I got to draw on my brows with a pencil, and then I need something that's going to provide it with a little bit of fluff, look of fluffy. And I feel like, I don't know that there's fibers in this. I may have to do a little bit more research, but I feel like it did give them the look of more fluff. It is still a little wet. I did get a little caught up here, but you know what? It brushed out just fine with a dry, clean spoolie and no problem. I feel like it's a really, really good match for my brows in, I think this is warm brown, medium brown. All right, this lip liner, I like how creamy it is. I like how easily it applied, and what a great match it is for one of my favorite Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I really liked this. I think I'm gonna give myself another little, I don't feel like it makes me cough. I don't feel like it's too much. I do also feel like it has a very fine spray. Is it the finest spray of everything? No. Do I like it? Will I continue to use it? Yes. This is, I think this was $14, $16. I'll make sure and put it up for you on the screen. You're getting 4.4 fluid ounces in the Morphe. The Color Pop is $14 and you're getting 3.72. I find that this is great for really making powder products on my face kind of melt in. This, I'm wondering if this is going to be like the answer to my Fix Plus. I don't know. I do prefer the spray on this, but so far I'm still kind of looking for a less expensive setting mist, and I want to see how this wears today, and does it really prolong the wear of my makeup? That's what I'm looking for, because although this is great, I don't really feel like it prolongs the wear of my makeup, and that's really kind of what I'm needing. I want it to look dewy, I want it to look beautiful, I want it to look skin-like, and my powder products all become one with my face, and keep my makeup there for hours at a time. I'm only asking for perfection. I think I did pretty good at the drugstore. Forgot about this. I use this for everything. Powder, bronzer, blush, highlight. I loved this, and I feel like it gave me a really nice, seamless kind of, I don't feel like my bronzer is too much. I don't feel like my highlight is too much. I think that they have a smaller brush like this that would probably be perfect for highlight, and I'm probably going to keep this more for bronzer, but I'll have to let you know. But I love this. So good. If you have a favorite new drugstore product that you tried, would you let me know what it is? I am looking for like the gems of the drugstore. And I'm to the point now, for years, this is probably like in my 20s and early 30s, I thought if you paid more, it was better. And I'm over that now. I don't want to pay more than I have to for great products. And I love that in this process of, yes, this product is great and it's 50 some odd dollars, and this product is great and it's $9. I want to find all those really great gems, and it's nice to have, YouTubers steering me in the right direction for Emily Noel and for Tati. I love that. And then some other things that I kind of just stumble on my own, like, yeah, that looks interesting. Let's try that. So let me know if you have any drugstore favorites, things that you rely on every single day that really suit what your personal needs are. Or if you think there's something that I might enjoy, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.